Hello, my name is Matthew Travis, and I am President and COO of Aphelion Aerospace. We are a dedicated nanosatellite launch services company providing turnkey, low-cost access to space. Today, I'm going to talk about some of the accelerators and programs that we have participated in and how they have been valuable to our growth. In 2019, we were accepted as a finalist in the New Space Business Plan competition hosted by the Center for Space Commerce and Finance at the New Space Conference in Seattle, Washington. This was a week-long event designed to help startup companies create and perfect their pitch decks to present in front of a panel of investors at the end of the conference in a so-called pitch competition. The price for this was only $2,500, which is not a lot for a startup building rockets, basically. However, I felt that this experience would be valuable in terms of getting the input and insights both from the mentors as well as the other entrepreneurs who were participating. This helped us to refine our pitch, refine our business model, as well as reach out to others in the industry with whom we may do business in the future. And in fact, a couple partnerships did result from our participation. So this was a very good event for us to participate in. And of course, Seattle in the fall is always nice to be at as well. In 2020, we were accepted into the United States Air Force AFworks Engage Space program. AFworks is a rapid contracting program within the United States Air Force and now Space Force that enables startup and early stage companies to quickly get access to government contracts and funding with interested stakeholders in the Department of Defense. This program was structured in an interesting way. It's a relatively new program in that it goes through 3 phases. The first is a company like ours. We uploaded our project proposals, our pitch deck, and other company information onto their portal. Thereafter, it went through a review process. And during this review process, which last year took about 3 months, the organizers of the program whittled down through the candidate companies and selected the top, I believe it was 15% in the rankings to move on to the next stage. The next stage of the program, again, we had meetings with them prior to all of these events and webinars and mentoring. And the second stage of the event, called Spiral 2, was to present as an exhibitor at the Engage Space Showcase. This was more like a trade show where investors, government officials, people in private industry attended the showcase. And this is where we were allowed to present our proposal, reach out to individuals in particular in the Air Force, and begin the process to win contracts with them in the future. This is very important for us because since we did present in the showcase, we now do have a contract vehicle with the Department of Defense, the Air Force specifically, which we can use to go direct to different entities within the Air Force or Space Force and rapidly go through the contracting process. Normally, it can take 6 months to a year. We can actually close a contract in as little as 45 days with this. That is very valuable to us, and we are currently in the process of looking to secure one of those contracts. The third phase, which we did not participate in, is when officials in the Department of Defense proactively reach out to one of the exhibitors and say, hey, let's get a contract now. Being as early stage as we are, we were not surprised that we did not get that kind of outreach, and that was fine because we do have this contract vehicle at our disposal. So one of the ways this is really valuable for a company like ours is the fact that a large segment of our customer base is going to come from the government. And contracting with government is an entirely different universe than doing commercial sales with private citizens or private companies. There are many more regulations, a lot more paperwork, and by going through AFworks, that gave us an exposure to how that process works. So that was different from like a business plan competition, but also complementary to it. This summer, we participated in the Rockies Venture Club Hyper Accelerator, another program that was very valuable to us. This was described to us in the beginning as being like drinking from a fire hose. And that's exactly what it felt like. It was 1 week long, 8 hours a day of intensive training and education on what it takes to take a business from idea through startup, through funding and long-term growth, and eventually a return on the investment by the founders and investors. So we had workshops on pitch deck development, the various methods of calculating company valuation, outreach to investors, go-to-market plans, exit plans, capital plans, literally everything, every topic that a startup really needs to learn and learn fast was addressed in this accelerator. And I can tell you, our CEO and I participated in it, and it was exhausting. A lot of accelerators are spread out over 8 or 12 weeks, and you may be in them for a couple hours a day. Other accelerators require you to travel to the location of the accelerator and spend, a month or two on site. But this was really, really intense, just everything compressed into a single week. And not just Monday to Friday, it was actually 7 days. So it even went into the weekend, but that was okay. So it was really valuable, and we came out of it not just with a better pitch deck and business plan, but really a better understanding of ourselves, our business, and exactly what we really need to do to grow the company, not just in the coming weeks and months, but really over the next 3, 4, 5 years. So that was extremely valuable to us. And in addition, something else about these type of events, at each one of them, there are investors present. So when a company participates in these, it's also exposure to the investor community. So that's a little, get ahead and jump start on the all important outreach to investors to get the funding that we and other startups need in order to develop our products, get to market, grow, and hopefully become billion-dollar companies. Those are 3 examples of events and programs that we have participated in the past few years that we have found extremely valuable and educational to us. Aphelion Aerospace does plan on attending more of these type of programs as we continue to grow the company and our team. If you are interested in learning more about us, please visit our website and feel free to reach out as well. And thank you for watching this presentation.